So I had already made like a little mental note to myself to like just like not use Depop, just because I don't know, past experiences. Like I luckily just have beef with the sellers for real, but you know, I got a little confidence lately about using it because I sent my dad a Depop link of like something I wanted, and he actually hearted it. He hearted it. So that either means that either means he might actually be getting it for me, or he just saw that and he didn't give a shit and he just decided like, let me just heart this, and then he got back to getting his ass pegged absolutely raw because he's on his honeymoon right now. I hope it's the first one, but hey, I can't blame him for the second one. Like I would not for me not getting pegged, because like I have like a deathly fear of anal. Hair uneven in every single video. This is irritating the fuck out of me. Oh my god. But I do hope he gets it, because what it was so initially I was thinking that the v-neck like fitted Hollister sweater that's like 2000s or whatever, I thought that was like kind of overplayed. A lot of people were buying it. At first I was just like, I don't know, this is kind of overrated, this kind of overplayed to me, like it's really not all that. But then I imagined what it would look like in purple. Like purple is just different. Like the people who are getting it in like white and the navy color, those are like the people who complain about not having like 2000s accurate low rise. Which, if you can't tell what I said 2000s accurate low rise. Why would you want your crack out? I don't understand. But anyways, like sagging I understand, but like people who want the 2000s low rise also hate on people who sag. Bro, you guys are in the same boat. You both have your crack out. So I was like, this looks so good in purple, so I had to look it up. And of course, they only have like the actual vintage. Is 2000s even vintage? Like, I don't know. We just be calling anything vintage. I feel like something from 15 years ago we could be calling vintage. So yeah, that was they only had the actual old ones available, and it was on Depop, and it was actually a reasonable price. So that gave me Depop confidence. But no, don't fall for the Depop confidence, because then I go to look. I was like, okay, let me look for some more discontinued clothing items, right? Actually, let me go ahead and show you guys images of everything, because I don't want to edit this video, and I also don't want you to click off to look things up. So let me show the Hollister sweater and everything else I'm going to talk about. Bro, why do my friends only call me when I'm making videos? Yo, why does it sound like I'm lying, like I'm pretending to have friends or something? I feel like you're a little into fashion if you're watching this video, so you know what this is. But in case you don't, this is the famous Hollister sweater. I don't want it in this color. This is just one of the color options. There's, you know, the white, the navy, and all that. And I wanted it in a beautiful purple. I'm not going to show it to y'all. I don't know if you guys are going to go on Depop and snatch it up for me, because that's mine. So, you know, then I'm getting a little confident. I'm like, okay, let's look for the Coach wedges. These bad boys right here, which were actually, they were a pretty reasonable price considering, you know, this is Coach. I don't know if I was expecting it to be cheap or something. I mean, they could be a lower price, because come on, is this really high demand? I don't think so. Just like, you know what, I can just find a similar thing thrifting somewhere, which I don't know if I can, because I hate shopping for these wedges. Like, those are my dream wedges, because I feel like everywhere else with wedges just has ones that look like this, and that irritates me so bad. I was like, let me calm my broke self down a little bit and look for something maybe more in my price range or whatever. So I was like, let me look for the DC Pixies, because that in the past that was something that I really wanted. And looking now, I feel like they only have the black shoes and the colors like pink and blue, but I really wanted in purple, of course, because I love purple. Like, I just stay hopping purple. And these are the DC Pixies, if you don't know. Okay, there, you can see that. You know, they're pretty tough, pretty McBling, older sister core, traveling older sister core. I'm just playing, by the way. So I wanted that. I don't know if there even is a purple one that exists, right? So I looked that up on Depop, and everyone is overpricing those so badly. They do have purple ones. People overprice them so horribly. Like, I started screenshotting as soon as I saw this. I'm looking through them, I'm like, okay, these are all way too expensive. Probably more than they ever cost in the first place, just because they're discontinued. That means they're rare or something. I swear, Depop's always think that every single item they think every single item ever, the value increases just because it's old. Like, is there not a system to where some things have value that increases because they're old, some things have value that decreases because they're old, and stuff like that? Depop sellers, they just throw that completely out, and they just think anything old, the value has increased or something. Like, this is one of the first listings where I was like, okay, I'm giving up hope. Because all the ones that were like $300, I was already like, no, let's just keep scrolling. We're gonna find the good ones. Also, people were selling up the most busted up ones that don't even look like this, the most trashy ones. The most trashy DC shoes of all time for so expensive just because they have the DC logo on it and because they're old. This is one outrageous listing. Let me turn my brightness on. Is that gonna help? Yeah, $1,000. At first I was like, okay, this is just sick. Like, this is just a joke. Then I go to the next one. $500,000 for these. And the thing is that you can't see it. I don't know if I can adjust the brightness. I'm sorry. But there's literally jizz stains. I'm paying $500,000 for some shoes with somebody's secret sauce on it. There's literally semen on these shoes. Honestly, I bet I could buy some Yeezys that would actually be worth the price. Actually, I'm not gonna say Yeezys are worth the price, but you know, they're an expensive shoe. I bet I could buy that in an actual proper sperm donation, and it would cost less than this. Why would I drop bands on bands on bands on bands for your sperm stained old ass shoes? The value did not increase that much just for it being old and discontinued. And so no one's gonna buy this. Literally, why would anyone buy this? You can see the secret sauce stains on it. Why would anyone in their right mind buy this? Also, what pisses me off about Depop sellers, they overuse the aesthetic tag so bad. Like, they will literally just find a plain gray shirt with oil stains on it or something and put a hashtag older brother court and sell it for $30. Seriously, people who don't get sales on their Depop, like, do you guys ever wonder why? Like, I don't hate all Depop sellers. Like, there's the hustlers out there, those ladies who go on TikTok lives and all that stuff, and they just hustle and they sell clothes all day, and actually for a decent price, and it's actually something that looks good. And the thing is, I do want to try reselling. I want to gather up some thrifted clothes that I like don't wear or that don't thrift me, that, you know, actually look decent, of course, and, you know, resell them. But I'm not gonna do it like this. I'm trying to hustle, okay? Be making that dough. Also, money isn't everything is honestly just the fakest statement of all time. Like, at first I used to be like, yeah, and like be all spiritual about it and stuff, whatever. But now that I think about it, let's be for honest, bro. It sounds bad to say, but money really is everything. Because if you didn't have a cent to your name, would you even be alive right now? You literally need money to sustain being alive. No house, no food, no water, no nothing. It's honestly, I don't know. Me and homeless always seem kind of chill. Like, homeless people always look like they're having fun, gathered up in circles, talking, walking around, just chilling out, loitering. They basically do what I do, except they don't have a house. That was lucky privilege. That was lucky privilege as hell. But anyways, so they do that, right? And I was like, always thinking like, wow, that's pretty chill. But to be honest, I guess it's not chill, because I would always think, like, I guess the only non-chill thing about being homeless is like not having food, because other than that, you're living a chill nomad lifestyle. You're just doing your own thing. The ones who are those guys who are rented out, like, they're really just doing their own thing and living their best life. But the more I thought about it, I was like, I don't know, it kind of must suck. Like, people really do treat homeless people pretty bad. A lot of them are really just hippy dippy, living their best life, just vented out, loitering, having fun, doing their own thing. But some of them, but you know, the drugs do get to them, so sometimes they're just not sitting right. Like, this homeless man got on my nerves this one time at McDonald's. Me and my friend were chilling. She paid for my food, and this homeless guy comes up and he's like, asked if we could spare $1, but like in a rude way, like he deserves the dollar or something. I was kind of rude to him. Well, on accident. It was just my immediate reaction because why are you talking to me like that? And I thought that guy was cool the first time I saw him outside of Chipotle, but then when he was being rude in the McDonald's, I don't think he's cool anymore. That was an absolute side tangent. Like, what do I even talk about in these videos at this point? My last video I posted, I just put like a random segment of me talking about like a regular show figurine I got from Five Below. I don't know, but you know, it's okay. Who's gonna complain about this? I don't have any viewers. Nobody gaps. Anyways, I'm gonna go because my friend wants me to call her, and I'm not even talking about the topic at this point. Bye, guys. Ew. Guys, should we make an outro? Should we make like a fan base?
I guess I'll give you some time to look at the subscribe banner and like a video that you'll be interested in.
Depop, more like deep poop. Nice one.